never went nowhere. What they saying, Luda's back. Blame it on that contour. The hood call it Luda Yak. And I'm on this foolish track, so I spit my foolish flow. My hands go up and down like strippers' booties go. My verses still be serving, tight like a million virgins. Last time on a college remix, now I'm on the original version. Can't never count me out, y'all better count me in. Got 20 bank accounts, accountants count me in. Make millions every year, the South's champion. Cause all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there. Swerving in my low, head on the swivel, you know serving me's a no-no. Clean as a whistle as I pull out in my Rolls Royce. Yellow bone passenger, they see it, they say, oh boy. Tell Cali, back it up, my call me loco. Down for armed trafficking, don't make me pull up. Ask you what you laughing at, represent that mud life. Dirty money, better get your mud right. We come together holding hands and holler hood life. We all strapping all black, it's like life. You riding to what? Cause we riding tonight. Now you riding with me cause you wasn't riding. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Heat in the kitchen, hot on the stove, water getting boiled. Being slow, Snoopy in the hootie, system overload. I've been running this rap game since I was 20 years old. I hung with the worst of them, bust till I burst them up, floss them up, toss them up, harder work, close them up. Pardon me, I'm bossing up, brace you up, bless you, bro, don't mess with us. We like the U in the 80s, back to back, set a track, hit the lick, get it back, if the trick, jump the track, want my money back, time and time again, while I'm sipping on this gin. Al Davis said it best, just win, baby, win.
All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got money on my mind, I can never get it up. And every time I step up in the building, everybody hands go up. And they stay there, and they say yeah, and they stay there. Cause all I do is win, win, win. And if you going in, put your hands in the air, make them stay there.
Hey crew, welcome to the Roadmap. Fast Track Your Online Coaching or agency business for 20k months. Guys, Jason Grossman here. Most of you know who I am. If you listen to me right now, then you're an online coach, business coach, life coach, fitness coach, healer, therapist, or agency owner. Maybe you have a digital agency or an ads agency or social media agency. If you are in the service industry, not yet making $20,000 consistent, keyword consistent months, in this short, live, succinct training, powerful training, I'm going to share with you the exact checkpoints, the roadmap to fast track your way there. Success loves speed. The universe loves speed. And the speed is the quantity, the sustainability is the quality. It's one thing to do things quickly, it's another thing to keep it. Took me 4 goes to become a multimillionaire and keep it, and to work out how to pretty much never lose it again. So as we dive in, we've got the Zoom. For those on the Zoom, feel free to say hi, comment in the chat box, where in the world you are, what kind of business you have. We also have the Facebook live stream in the coaches group. If you're in the coaches group, comment if you're watching live or replay. And also just say hi, where in the world you are, what kind of business you have. On the Facebook, we've got Adam Cox, Tim McMahon, Lisa Morganti. We've got Neil. Hey guys, how you going? Who we got on the Zoom? Rochelle, welcome Rochelle. Craig, welcome. Lisa, All I Do Is Win. I love that track. It's a great track. I grew up with gangster rap and hip hop, and I still love it at the gym. I listen to hip hop every day at the gym. Coach Stacy in the house. Sonia, Julie, welcome guys. Rosalind, welcome as well. And if you're watching on the YouTube, if you're watching on my new YouTube, I had my old YouTube hacked. So if you're watching this on the YouTube, welcome. And feel free to interact on there. I will interact back with you as well. And if you're not yet subscribed, I've got a new YouTube channel. You'll see that around as well. We did setting it up this week. It's literally about 4 or 5 days old. So we've got Salil in Sacramento, California. Welcome. And so Aldrin, well, here we go. Lisa, Sydney, transformation coach. Rochelle, vlogger and endorser. Samantha, health and wellness coach. Sonia from Qatar, transformational life coach. Aldwin, I have a media and marketing business. Coach Stacy from Florida, United States of America. Rosalind, counselor coach, Gold Coast. Hey, it's a little doomy and gloomy here today. It's going to be some rain today, looks like. John Rainbird, welcome. Cairns, relationship and mindset coach. Julie, NLP trainer. Aldwin, Gold Coast. Samantha, Texas. Austin, welcome. We've got a couple of the Filipinos here. Magandang umaga. Good morning to you. Kumusta? Mabuhay. And let's dive in. So this is going to be a pretty short training. It's only going to go for about 30 minutes. This is not the how-to. This is the checkpoints. So I've been online for 13 years, and over the last 13 years, I've worked one-on-one with over 2,000 coaches, consultants, and agency owners to build to $20,000, $100,000, even $200,000 months. Those that know us, we have a business called Quantum Business Coaching. I've been running that. I don't like the word running. I've been operating that business now for 13 years and refining our 20K program. So if you're a business coaching client with us, this would be a great reminder of the checkpoints. We've also got our business coaches on here. We have 4 incredible international business coaches in our team, Lisa, Julie, Michael, and Terry, that take you guys either through the one-on-one coaching program or a group coaching program, where we show you how to build to 20,000 consistent months in 6 months. And then beyond that, we have a 100K a month program for those that want to build to 7 figures. Who would like to ultimately build to 100K months? Would you guys like to be able to do that? So if you're one of our business coaching clients, this will be a great clarity and direction exercise for you guys as well. And if you're not one of our coaching clients, this will be great to show you how to speed things up as well. And we've also got a bunch of you guys on here that are hiring VAs for us. We've got a couple of businesses online. We also have an amazing team of very affordable, highly trained virtual assistants, social media managers, and appointment setters. This is a great opportunity for you to speed things up, fast track things as well. So we've done this many, many times. We've been doing this for 13 years. And is this the only way? No. Is it the fastest way? I do believe it is. And again, I have 2 primary intentions for today. Number 1 is to instill the belief in you that it's possible for you to build 20,000 consistent months in under the next 6 months. Number 1, consistent. And number 2 is paint a clear picture to give you specific clarity and direction on that path. And I think that's a big problem, is a lot of people have not reverse engineered it. A lot of people are trying to build their business like this. Can you relate? So many people are trying to build their business like this, and this is probably most of you. If this is you, be honest with yourself. Imagine getting a jigsaw puzzle and you tip it out onto the table and you throw the box away, never looking at what the box looks like finished or what the puzzle looks like finished. And you're trying to put pieces of your business together with no end in mind. You know, so it's like, I want you to like imagine your dream home, your dream mansion, your dream apartment, your island, whatever that thing is. It's formed 3 times. First, in the form of thought, and you visualize and imagine your dream home. Second, in the form of a blueprint. And then third, in its physical form, because you hire construction workers and electricians and tailors and team to construct it. Most of you have not painted a clear picture of what it looks like to have your business finish in reverse engineer. So that's really important that we do that as well. So before we dive in, again, if you are one of our business coaching clients in a group or one-on-one program, these are the checkpoints and a reminder of the checkpoints that you're moving through, and to invite you to focus on these checkpoints and how we can fast track them. This is also compulsory or formal training for business coaches as a reminder, because this is kind of what we take people through in the business coaching program. Again, is it the only way? No. Is it the fastest way? I do believe it is the most fastest. This is the most fastest way and the most sustainable. And if you're not one of our business coaching clients, this will probably be, there'll be a lot more new stuff in here for you, I think, as well. Dream sailboat? Yeah, Stacey says I want a dream sailboat. That'd be amazing. Yes. Awesome. Cool. Kathy Callahan, welcome. So before we dive in, and there's 10 checkpoints, is the thing about 20,000 months is, who remembers when 6 figures used to be a lot of money? Do you remember the time, 10, 20 years ago, like 22, I became a personal trainer 23 years ago yesterday, actually. 23 years ago yesterday, I became a personal trainer. 21, 22 years ago, I was making 140,000 a year as a personal trainer at 21, 22. So it was a lot of money back then. But now, if you're making 8 or 9, let's say you're making $10,000 a month online in your online business, right? Who would like that, by the way? For most of you, it's life-changing, but ultimately it's not a lot of money. Here's why. You make $10,000 a month, right? You pay your mortgage or your rent, you pay for your car, you pay your finances, pay your food, you pay your utilities, okay? You pay your taxes. You're left with literally a couple $100 each week. You're surviving. So you've got to make 6 figures or 10K months online just to survive. So the new 6 figures online is 250K, which is 20,000 a month. That's the new 6 figures. Anything under 20,000 a month, you are still surviving. In fact, even on 20K months, you'll probably have somewhere between $500 and $1,000 where you can put some into investing, maybe buying property, home, etc., and then some into travel. So you can probably go on a couple of trips each year and, you can buy some property, which is pretty cool. But I really want to plant a seed with all of you to not aim for anything ultimately than less than 100K. Now, if you ultimately are all aiming for $100,000 a month right now, ultimately, then 20K is not the big goal, it's the next step. Now, psychologically, what will that do for your unconscious? It will instill and build massive belief because, again, the big goal becomes the next step. So it seems smaller. Does the universe recognize the difference between $2, $20,000, and $1 million? No difference to the universe. It is your perception. It is all about your inner game of money. So before we talk about the 10 steps, the checkpoints, which I'm going to give you, again, today's not really so much a how-to, it's more the checkpoints, and then I can give you some resources to move through those checkpoints nice and fast. One quick question before I do. What would it mean for you, if you can post this in the Zoom chat, the Facebook chat, or the YouTube chat, what would it mean for you if you were to add 20,000 a month to your business right now? What would that mean for you? Catherine, welcome. What would it mean for you to add 20,000 a month to your revenue right now? What would that mean for you personally? Freedom, a lot of money, flexibility, fun, life-changing, a lot more freedom than I have, like lottery, to know that I'm growing, self-belief, ability to support my family. Hey, Hilton. Hey, brother. How you doing? Silver says lifestyle choices. Anastasia says life-changing. Stacy, I'd have freedom. Rosalind, financial freedom. Rochelle, more investments. Yeah, that's the thing is you guys want to be thinking investing. You want to be thinking travel. You want to be thinking contribution. You want to be thinking legacy. Problem is you're all thinking too small. We're all thinking too small. You got to be thinking larger. Salil, build a legacy. Tim, more excitement. Neil, stress-free. Adam, freedom. Once more freedom, the ability to do what you want, when you want. Hey, well, I'm completely financially free. Completely financially free. I can do what I want, when I want, however I want. I tried semi-retiring a few years back. Well, I just found I started drinking cocktails by 10 a.m. every morning. It wasn't very functional. I realized I'm an entrepreneur through and through. I work 90 to 100-hour work weeks right now by choice, and I'm financially free because I want to help people. And I think that's the thing. It's not about the 20K, it's not about the 50K, it's not about the 100K. It's not only even how it enhances your life, but it's about the lives you will transform along the way. That sense of contribution will be more fulfilling than any even amount of fulfillment and freedom you can create in your own personal life. The ability to enhance and improve the lives of your family, who had a pretty tough upbringing, who had a pretty rough upbringing. Like, imagine being able to break free from that generational cycle of scarcity and have your kids be able to live a much greater life than you ever did. So it's about creating an incredible life for our family and loved ones, but also the lives that we transform. I want nothing more than to see all of you completely financially free. That's why I'm here. I'm not being paid to be here right now. That's why I'm here. I'm here to serve you. I want to see you win. I can't do that for you, but I can empower you. And that's what it's really about, right? So I want you to get excited about it. You've got to form a magnificent obsession and make it the dominating thought in your mind every morning when you first wake up, and the last thought before you go to bed, and all throughout the day. You're building to 20,000, you're building 100,000, you're building 7. You got to form a magnificent obsession around it, right? So before I share the 10 checkpoints with you, we have 10 checkpoints. And again, if you're a coaching client, some of this will be revision. It's just kind of staying around the campfire. If you want to be hot, right? Ignorance on fire trumps knowledge on ice. It's not knowledge that gives us power. It's the application of knowledge. I'm going to imbue with some knowledge, but you've got to find a way to get fired up about your goals and dreams. It's not my job to come over there and turn you on. It's it's your job to turn yourself on, right? Robert, welcome. And thank you, Salil. I appreciate it. Jerry, brother, good to see you here. So the first thing you've got to do before I give you these 10 checkpoints, so let's say if a personal trainer gives you a world-class meal plan and a world-class fitness program, does that guarantee your results? It does not guarantee your results, does it? There's some things missing. If I give each of you 2 world-class marketing strategies, you love one and you do not like the other, which one's going to work better for you? The one you love. That's how the mind works. So it's not the strategy, it's how you think and feel about it. It's not sales, it's how you think and feel about it. It's not marketing, it's how you think and feel about it. So when I share these checkpoints with you, a voice is going to pop up inside your mind to judge, or there's a better way, that's not the best way, there's a faster way, that doesn't resonate with me. You got to tell that voice to shut the F up and sit the F down, because that's the voice that's trying to talk you out of change. So you've got to, before you begin your journey, start prime your mind for success. 2 things you need to do right now. If you're one of my coaching clients, you've heard this many, many times. But as Jim Rohn used to say, repetition is the mother of all skill. We remember Jim Rohn's one-liners because they're so powerful. They stuck with us. So the first thing you've got to do is you've got to find a way to believe it's possible that you can build to 20,000 months in the next 6 months. Because if you don't believe that, it really doesn't matter how powerful my strategies are or what I equip you with, the knowledge I imbue upon you. It's not going to happen because you don't believe it's possible. So I'm here today to help instill that belief in you. If some of you could see your potential through my eyes, you would not sleep at night. Not last night, the night before, I had 2 hours of sleep because I was so excited about everything that's going on. People are like, is stress? I'm like, no, it's not stress. I'm effing excited because of what we're doing over the next month and 2 months and 3 months. It's just incredible. We're sponsoring orphanages and helping orphan children and providing work for Filipinos and seeing business owners create financial freedom. And we got all these events. We got books being published and new businesses launching and all kinds of incredible things. So you got to find a way to instill this belief through that excitement, right? And the second thing is you got to make an all-in, no excuses, no bullshit, all-in decision. You have to decide you're all in. What if it takes me 6 years to build to 20K? So be it. You've got to be patient with results and impatient with activity. You've got to find a way to build the belief, and you've got to find a way to decide. I can't do those 2 things for you. If you can do those 2 things, say I. Raman, Anita. Hey guys, say hello. Lisa, I'm like that too. Julie, me too. Rochelle laughing. Yes, love the campfires. Anastasia, appreciated. Good, good, good. Michael, me too. John, yes. All righty, let's do this. So here are the checkpoints. Very simple. Okay, this isn't like a genius session where your mind's going to be blown by the ingeniousness of it. It's simple. It's succinct. It's a 10-step recipe that is a way to fast track your success to 20K. And for those that choose to be coachable, show up and follow the steps, there's no way you can fail. The only way you will fail moving through these checkpoints, the roadmap to 20K months minimum, is if you quit. And there's 2 forms of quitting. There's the quitting on the physical, you're not doing the physical, and there's quitting on the mental. So you could be saying, hey, I'm all in. Right? You guys have heard me talk about a lot. I'm spending a bit of time in pre-framing here, but some of you heard me use the metaphor about there's 4 types of people around a swimming pool. First type of person is the person sitting on the sidelines, not wanting to get wet, get in the pool. They're just watching by the sidelines. Some people call them campers as well, people that camp at the bottom. They're yelling at other people, don't run, don't do that, don't do this, right? The naysayers and the haters. And then you've got people that are sitting on the edge with their feet in the water, just testing the water, just dabble. Do you know dabblers? People that have gone through 5 different coaches and 10 different coaching programs and 17 courses and still trying to get rich at 55 overnight. They're the dabblers. Third type of person's a person say, I'm all in, look at me. And they're walking through the water, right? And it's up to their waist or their neck or whatever. They're not all in, right? They're the people that look, I'm doing all the right things. Why am I not successful? Because they're not truly all in. They tricked their mind into believing they're all in. And then you've got the 4th type of person, which is the cannonballers, the people that are all in. They're the people that run and jump no matter how effing cold the water is, and they cannonball into that water like a beast. You've got to be a cannonballer, right? You've got to jump all in. Which of those have you been? If I ask you right now, if you're honest with yourself, have you been 1, 2, 3, or 4? If you're anything but 4, that's why you're not on 20K. That's why the super successful seem obsessed, because you've got to be obsessed. You've got to be a little crazy to work 90, 100-hour work weeks. People say, oh, I got a full-time job. I work 40 hours a week. I'm like, that's not a full-time job. That's a part-time job, casual at best. Full-time is 80 hours. If you've got a 40-hour job, you still got 40 hours extra to work on your dreams, 160 hours in a week. How badly do you want financial freedom, right? So you've got to make some decisions and recognize what's going on in your mind. Yeah, you got to be a 4, not at times. You got to be 4 every day. You wake up, it's -2 degrees. You don't want to jump in the pool. Anyone can go to the gym when they feel like it. Anyone can jump in the pool when it's hot and they feel like it. But what about when it's freezing cold? What about when you're tired? What about when you're a little ill? You got to get up. You got to show up. You're going to feel like shit anyway. You might as well show up, right? Adam, Timothy, welcome, brother. That was a bit intense, wasn't it? You got to be a little intense sometimes. We're here talking about your dreams. If you can't get passionate about your dreams, I don't know what you don't have to be as intense and crazy as I am right now. I effing love what I do. You got to find a way to effing love the process. Even the pain. People try to, this is bonus training, but people try to avoid pain. Don't avoid the pain, embrace the pain. Pain is part of the growth, it's part of the journey, it's a part of the lesson. You want more pain. Don't wish for less problems. Yeah. I want bigger problems. Elon Musk level problem. Actually, I don't know if I want Elon Musk. The greater your ability to solve problems and deal with stress, the more success you'll have in life, more freedom, more fulfillment, the more resources, the more options, the more love, the more compassion, more of those things. You want the pain. Yeah, you want the pain. So embrace the pain, don't avoid the pain. Yeah, love the process, love the game. Yeah. All right, let's get to the roadmap. So here again is the roadmap. Now, I've been working on this, these checkpoints for 13 years. So 13 years ago, back in 2010, I launched the 20K a month program. Originally, it was for personal trainers, then online personal trainers, then coaches and consultants, and then agency owners of any kind. So I had a fitness business for 22 years. I had a life coaching business for 17 years. I've had a business coaching business for 13 years. I hit the top rank in Juice Plus network marketing. I was an international trainer with another MLM company, built an affiliate marketing business to $250,000 months. And I've had 3 different agencies: ads agency, digital agency, and a VA agency. So I have a broad range of experience and successfully in all these different areas online. And I think that really empowers me with the ability to understand more of where you guys are coming from, whether you're a healer or whether you're a business coach, fitness coach, or life coach, or whether you're an agency owner, whatever it is, affiliate marketer or a network marketer. I understand the logistics of your business. So if you're in the service industry, I've been testing the fastest way to get to 20,000 months that's also sustainable. Here are the checkpoints I believe. So I'm going to share them with you. You can take what you want from them. If I lost everything today, this is exactly what I would do. Anyone that knows me knows this is that I preach what I practice. I share what I personally do. If I ever share something, it's what I'm currently doing. And if I change what I'm doing, and because I'm always refining and growing, I share with you. Here are the 10 checkpoints. If I lost everything, starting from scratch, first thing I would do is I would reprogram and reprime my mind always, because I just had a setback. You know what you've gone through. Maybe you've had your heart broken. Maybe you are starting all over again. Maybe you lost your business. You've got to take a step back and remember a setback is just a setup for a comeback. And you kind of got to reprogram and reprime your mind, right? Once I've done that and worked on that, this is what I personally do. Here's the 10 checkpoints. Pain is growth. You embrace the pain, enjoy the pain, love the pain. If you're feeling pain, that's an action signal. I did a reel on that last night. Pain is a given, but suffering is a choice. Okay, there's 2 reasons why you suffer. Number one is you ignore the pain and you try to spiritually bypass it. Okay, men do this all the time. Ray's dad did this, right? If I can, you know, what men do all the time is they have a heart attack and then, oh, maybe I should start eating healthy now. Women, my mum, you know, we spent some of my childhood in women's refugees because my stepdad used to beat and rape my mum. And, you know, women would be in a toxic relationship. Next thing you know, they're hospitalized because of that pain that's led to suffering. We cannot spiritually bypass or ignore the pain. So we've got to embrace it. And the second reason people suffer is because they focus on the pain. What you focus on, you feel. What you focus on expands. What you focus on, you track more of. So if you ignore the pain, you'll suffer. If you focus on the pain, you'll suffer. If you embrace it and focus on the solution and take the lesson from it and recognize it's an action signal, you will enjoy and embrace more pain in the journey. Yeah. You go to the gym and you train hard, that's going to be painful. But you learn to enjoy it because you become stronger. Yeah. Larry Pringle, brother, good to see you here. Yeah, you can probably relate to some of this. Yeah. Some of you are probably like, man, this is more than I bargained for. I thought this was just a 20K a month roadmap. It's all about the inner game, okay? So here are the 10 checkpoints. I'm going to share them with you, and then I'm going to give you some resources. And then I do, on complete transparency, I have an offer for just 2 people only. Not a ridiculous, not a irresistible offer. I have what I call a ridiculous offer as well. Popping in late, John, your brother, good to see you here. A Black Mamba mindset. I'm not sure what that is, but I like the sound of it. Yeah. So here is the 20K roadmap. Here is what I would personally do if I lost everything. I'm priming my mind and working on my mindset. Step 1. Okay, we're starting from scratch. Now, some of you might already have 5 clients, 10 clients, 5 grand a month, whatever. But starting from scratch because you know we're taking the perspective of I've just lost everything. I'm starting over, right? Yeah, good to see you, bro. A setback is a setup for a comeback. Yeah, it's brilliant. I don't remember where I heard that, but it's a great one-liner. Step 1 is you've got to reverse engineer the 20K month. So what do I mean by that? So you've got to establish what are the weekly KPIs and targets to get to 20K months. So I'm going to grab my calculator here. But let's say that I charge $200 a week for one-on-one business coaching as an example. And that I want to build to $5,000 weeks. If I do 5,000 divided by 200, I need 25 clients. Okay, now I'm just giving you an example as a scenario. So if I need 25 clients, okay, and I'm going to do this in 6 months, okay, 52 divided by 25, actually it's the other way around, 25 divided by 52, is I only need 1 client every 2 weeks. So as an example, for me to get to 6 months, to get to 20,000 a month, if I'm charging $200 a week on a business coaching program, because we're working on consistent, I need 25 clients, if you're with me. I've got, sorry, wait a second. No, there's 26. That's not true. There's 26 weeks in 6 months. So I need 25 clients in 26 weeks. So I only need a client per week. Who's ever gotten a client in 1 week before? So I know that I need 1 client per week. So to get 1 client per week, I've got to work out what I call the marketing funnel checkpoints or the KPIs. So if I was to ask all of you right now on the Zoom and Facebook, what's your conversion rate? So if you speak to 10 people, how many will say yes? Okay. So let's say you said to me, Jace, 50%. So, okay, well, if my conversion rate is 50% and I only need 1 client a week, how many appointments do I need to do showed each week? 2 appointments per week. Okay, I need to do 2 shows. But how many people, if you book in 10 appointments, how many show up? You might say, well, 50%. That means I need to only book 4 appointments per week. If I book 4 appointments, half show 2, and I get a 50% conversion rate, I get 1 appointment. And I do that every week for 6 months. I've hit my target, 25 clients. Nice and easy, nice and simple, right? Well, not easy, but simple. So, and then you've got to ask, well, how many leads do I need to generate? So I would actually, whatever that number is that you work out, let's say that I need 1 client per week and you have a 50% conversion rate, so you need 2 showed appointments, is double it. Overestimate and undercompensate. Wait, underestimate, overcompensate, other way around. So I would suggest that if I need 1 client per week at a 50% conversion rate, hopefully you're with me, yes, I'm talking numbers, that you would want to book at least 8 appointments per week. If you book 8 appointments per week, yeah, 25% show up and you get a 25% conversion rate, you're guaranteed 1 appointment. Isn't it crazy? If you just find a way to get 8 minimums don't have to be your maximums. That's another problem. The problem is most of you let your minimums be your maximums. Problem with goal setting isn't that you set goals too high and don't achieve them. It's that you set goals too low and you do achieve them. That's the problem, right? So minimum 8 appointments. So now I know I've reverse engineered it. Okay, does that make sense? So you've got to sit down and work that out. How much was that to achieve? Do you mean money? That's 20,000 a month, 5,000 a week. So 5,000 a week, right? Times 4 is 20,000. I'm charging 200 a client per week. I need 25 clients. Does that make sense? 25 times 200. Okay. I've got 26 weeks to do that because it's 26 weeks in 6 months. So I need one client a week. I'm just typing this in the Zoom chat. If you're not on the Zoom, you won't be able to see it. That's fine. Okay. And then I've worked it out from there. Yes, 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 yeah, yeah. Great idea. Yes, 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 yeah, yeah. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Alrighty. By the way, if you guys have any questions, post them on the Zoom chat or the Facebook. Happy to answer them, or on the YouTube. Any questions, post them in the chat. Happy to answer them live and make this interactive. Yeah, one appointment per day. I would actually that as well. If you're in our business coaching program, we aim for minimum 10 appointments per week and minimum 30 leads per week. And a lead is a phone number and email. The other thing you've got to reverse engineer, this is a huge one. And if you're in a business coaching program, it's one of the first things we do, is one of the great things of owning your own business and being a business owner is you get to choose your own hours. One of the biggest problems about being a business owner is you get to choose your own hours. If you have a job and you have an employer, a boss, they tell you what time to start, what time to finish, what your tasks are in between, and give you deadlines. Have you sat down as your employer self and said, employee self, this is your start time, this is your finish time, this is your tasks, this is your deadlines, and put that into your calendar and your schedule, and you tell your family, this is my business time, and you shut everything off, this is your time for your business. Now, if you're spending anything less than 40 hours a week on your business, you're going to struggle. I'll be honest, true financial freedom, who wants true financial freedom? The ability to do what you want, when you want, how you want, wherever you want, with whoever you want. I'm telling you now, it's about an 80-hour a week, 3-year, 1,000-day recipe. 80 hours a week for 3 years. Now, some of you have a job already. For those that have a job, who would like to be able to build this in your part-time, quit your job and do this full-time online? Would you guys like to be able to do that? So I would suggest all of you work 80 hours a week. Even if you're a mum or a dad, work 80 hours per week. Now, that includes any jobs you have. So if you currently have a job 40 hours a week, that means you've got 40 hours per week. Now, some of you will give me an excuse. I've got kids or sport. That's bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's just the story you're telling yourself that's holding you back. You have 168 hours a week. What are you doing with that time? There's somebody with more kids than you, someone busier than you, someone working longer hours than you, someone that sleeps less than you, someone that's more ill than you, someone with more injuries than you that is doing it. Why not you, right? It's just all an excuse. Louisa. If you're good at managing your time, I struggle. Other people who are afraid of, we can make one appointment today, permission to connect. Yes, yes, yes. Cool, cool, cool. Yes. 80 hours a week is some tasks. Yeah, so that's the reverse engineering. Step 2, before you launch, you want to refine your sales SOPs. Who knows what SOP stands for? SOP stands for Standard Operating Procedure. Okay, basically in a nutshell, it's systems, right? It's a little bit deeper than that, but just for, we don't have time now, systems, right? There's 4 pillars in your sales SOPs you want to do. Because the first step is prime your mind. Second step is to reverse engineer your business so you have a plan. And then the next step is you've got to refine your sales SOPs. Most people are starting to market and they don't have these 4 things in place. You want to refine these 4 things before any marketing, before trying to get clients or anything. Because these 4 things will make your life so much easier. Number 1 is, this is straightforward stuff. This is not rocket science. It's got to refine your audience. Your audience is your avatar and your niche, or as you say in America, niche, right? Your niche is the audience, the group of people that you work with, okay? You know, Lisa works with 40-plus women going through menopause to lose weight. Succinct, specific, clear, concise. And your avatar is your individual caricature. The best way I like to look at an avatar is if you had one client paying you $1 million a year like Tony Robbins does, who is that individual? What's their name? How old are they? Where do they live? What do they do for a living? What are the problems you're helping them solve and all that? We have a specific avatar worksheet we help you out with that. Okay, so number 1 is your audience. Number 2 is your offer. We've got to create your offer and put it in the form of a pitch deck, which is a visual aid you show people on your sales call. You don't want to tell people your offer, you want to show people your offer. And the third pillar is your messaging. How do we get your offer using the right messaging and get it in front of the right audience? Who would agree if you have those 3 things refined before you launch, it's going to make your life a lot easier to get in front of the right people? Yes, yes. 100%. I have never seen a business owner not making 20,000 a month that has these things refined. I've never seen it. If you're not yet making 20,000 a month, I can guarantee you have holes in these things. Guaranteed that need plugging. And the fourth one is your sales script. You want to have a sales script. I don't like using scripts. They're too robotic. Then don't speak like a robot. So would you rather wing it and guess it and try to work out what works? Or would you rather take a proven tested system that's been tested and refined over 13 years that you can personalize? Which would you rather, the former or the latter? Yeah, of course, right? So you want to have those four things set up. So step 2, refine your sales SOPs. Jack, good to see you back here. Yes. Yes. Yeah, cool. Step 3, and this is another big mistake a lot of people make, is, okay, I primed my mind, I've reverse engineered it, I've refined my 4 sales SOPs, I got that all in place. Now I'm ready to launch or relaunch. Now, if you have an existing business, you're not making 20,000 a month, you want to go through and refine those 4 sales pillars, then now you've repackaged and rebranded everything, you want to do an official launch. Most people do not do a proper launch. They just start their business. They don't shout it from the mountaintops. You've got to shout that bad boy from the mountaintops. Think Elon Musk, think Richard Branson, think Steve Jobs. Yes, Steve has passed away. These guys are genius launchers. They're genius launchers, right? Now, love them or hate them, or despite your own personal opinion of any of those guys, you got to look at the fact that they're brilliant launchers. So you've got to do a proper launch. We have a really powerful 5-step launch process that will get your first 3 to 5 clients really quickly. It's an organic launch. In fact, next week I'm doing a webinar to show you how to do that. So stay tuned for that webinar coming soon. And you launch with your one-on-one service only first. So if you're in the service industry, you launch, there's only really 3 offers you can have. You can have an offer that's, hey, John should go do this yourself. So a digital course as an example. Or you can go, okay, let's do it together. Okay. And that can be one-on-one or group. Or it can be like, okay, we'll do it for you, done for you service. Whatever your service is, if it's a done for you service, if it's business coaching, if it's a fitness, whatever it is, you want to start with one-on-one. Here is why. I know group coaching and one-to-many has its appeal. And yes, you can make more per hour. Fact is, you need more leads and get in front of more people to get more money and to get more sales. And in the beginning, when you first launch a business, what's your biggest challenge in the beginning? Who knows what your number one biggest challenge is when you start a new business? Your biggest challenge besides yourself. Your greatest enemy is your inner me, but I'm talking about in the outer world. The external game of business, the outer game of business, what's your biggest challenge? Your biggest challenge is obscurity, visibility, as John has said. Obscurity. People do not know who you are and what you do. So you're invisible, but you've got to become visible. So you want to focus on one-on-one because you only need, for most of you, 10 or so one-on-one clients is life-changing. So most of you right now are only looking for 10 lives to change your life. It's really that simple. So if you chase 3 rabbits, how many are you going to catch? None. So you catch 1 and then get the second, then get the third. So you start by launching a one-on-one service. We get you book solid. Then we launch group, and then you can look at things like courses and masterminds and things down the track, which I am a huge fan. Yeah, but start with one-on-one. It's the fastest way to build your top line. The smaller your business, the more you focus on your top line, not your bottom line. Bigger your business, the more you focus on the bottom line, not the top line. If you're a billion-dollar company, the bottom line is more important than if you've got 10 clients. If you're making less than 100,000, in fact, if you're less than 10 million a year, I'd still be focusing on the top line. Grow and build your top line as quickly as possible. Your gross revenue. Forget about profits and profit margins. Why would you worry about profits? You're not even making $5,000 a week. Just build the top line as quickly as, even now, right? We recently did 100K week. 100K week. I'm still focused on the top line until we get to $10 million a year in the next year or two. Probably, I would say, probably by next Christmas, maybe just after. It's all about the top line. I won't look much at the bottom line until then, all right? So build the top line, get one-on-one first. So if it's done for your service, focus on one-on-one till you get book solid. Because there's 3 levels of business. The first level of business is it's just you. You're a solopreneur. You don't have a real business, you have a job. Your first step is to get yourself book solid. Book yourself solid with the 40 to 80 hours per week until you cannot do any more. That's step 1. But do not stay there. Okay, 80% of coaches and consultants don't make enough to pay the bills. Then the remainder get book solid and stay there and burn out. Once you get to step one, you move to the second step. You become a manager, sales and marketing manager, training recruitment. You hire a team. You hire virtual assistants. You hire appointment setters. You hire sales team. You hire coaches. Then the third step is you can appoint managers and remove yourself from the business and have a real business. Now, most of us love what we do. We don't want a business that does work without us, but we want a business that can work without us. So move through the steps. Step one, focus all your energy on getting book solid with one-on-one, whatever that is. It'll be the fastest way to get your top line and your income going. I'm telling you now, yeah. Stephen, brother, good to see you here. Jason, welcome. Michelle, welcome. Good to see you guys here. Good. So launch your one-on-one service, and we do that through using events like this and what we call a Facebook funnel. Once we do the launch, the next checkpoint is we want 3 one-on-one clients as quickly as possible, which we should get from the launch. And the first thing you want to do as quickly as possible, once you've got your first 3 clients, it gives you probably for most of you between $300 and $600 per week, is you want to hire a social media manager and appointment setter. Why? Because a social media manager, what they can do is they can get your content everywhere, create omnipresence, and get you a lot more attention for $10 an hour, and they'll book those appointments. So those 10 appointments per week, you don't want to book them. You want someone else booking them. Who would like to wake up every Monday with 10 appointments every week in your schedule on autopilot? Would you like that? Yeah, we're booking around 70 to 80 appointments every week right now on autopilot, organically. So you want to hire. So again, if you're a business coaching client, once you've got 3 clients, that's what you want. You want them, if possible, you even will get a VA to help you with the launch. If you don't have a social media manager to create omnipresence and get you everywhere, and an appointment setter, we have an amazing team handpicked from me, trained in our systems, $10 Aussie per hour, $6.60 USD. Send me a message, I'll send you more info. Now, some of you might be thinking, well, Jace, you're just saying that because you have a VA agency. I have been using these checkpoints for over a decade. Anyone like Lisa and Julie that have known me since before I launched the VA agency will tell you I've been saying the same thing for a long time. In fact, it used to be later. We used to do it at either the 6 or the 10 client mark, but you want that as soon as possible. The first $500 a week you make, you pay a business coach and pay for a VA. And that's what I would personally do. It's exactly what I would do. Yeah. Everyone needs a VA. Yeah, well, forget it. But even let's use the term virtual team. If you want who wants freedom? If you want freedom, you can't do that alone. If it's just you have a job. So we want people that can create leverage and scalability and freedom in our team. Yeah, freedom is the key. You cannot create freedom without people. Step 5 or checkpoint 5 is we get you to 6 one-on-one clients. We keep building. And now we launch what we call 2-step appointment setting funnels. Because the most important part of growing your business, especially in the beginning, is appointments. The only thing that's stopping all of you from building your business faster is a lack of quantity and quality of appointments. So that's why we put so much emphasis and time on appointment setting in the beginning and then on sales. If you can't book appointments, you can't get sales, you can't sell, you've got no clients to help. You've got no money coming through. Appointment setting and sales are the 2 most important tasks. Appointments come first, right? Some people say lead gen comes first, but now we're in a space online where you don't even need to generate leads to book appointments. You can simply have a chat with someone. So appointments is all about appointment setting. 4 ways to book appointments: 1 through DM, 2 through email, 3 through phone, and 4 through 2-step appointment setting funnels. So in our business coaching program, we help you guys set up free offers and turn them into funnels to get appointment setting, to get appointments on autopilot. That really pushes the appointments up. Yeah. Cool. Jason, brother, good to see you on the Facebook. Yeah. Once we launch those, we get your book solid. We find most coaches, consultants, agency owners like around the 12, somewhere between 10 and 15 one-on-one clients. And truth is, until you get there, you won't know. You'll get to a point. For me, I built to 33 clients. I liked having between 25 and 30, but I'm a beast. I love to work. I just love working. So for most of you guys, I find somewhere between 10 and 20 one-on-one clients. You go, oh, that's good for me. I'm happy. Because you also don't want to sacrifice quality of service for those clients. So it also depends on what your service is. I mean, if you're in the healing and therapy, healing space and healing trauma, then it's a lot more, the energetic exchange is a lot greater than if you're a fitness or a business coach, right? So it also depends on what you offer. Or if you offer a done-for-you service, it might take a couple of hours per client per week. So it also depends on what your service is. But around the 12 client mark, where we call book solid, once you get to a point where you don't want any more one-on-one clients, What we do is we turn your one-on-one coaching or your one-on-one service, which was your core offer you sold on sales calls and appointments, that becomes your upsell. And we launch group coaching, which now becomes your core offer. So your primary focus henceforth is to sell one-to-many. So we want to launch group coaching or group a one-to-many program, okay? And there's two ways to do group coaching. You can do an evergreen group, meaning people can come and go at any time. So it has no end date. Or you can do what I call a finite group. Basically means, we have a group business coaching program. It goes for 16 weeks, and each cohort starts and finishes at the same time. So you guys will come in, 25 to 30 will start and finish at the same time. To you, how you want to do that. If you're doing it evergreen, you only need one group. If you're doing as a finite, which I'd actually recommend you guys do, because it'll give you more room for testing and also give you more room for mistakes. Because your first probably 3 to 6 months doing group, you're going to be learning what not to do, and you're going to make mistakes and you'll get better at it, right? So I normally suggest start with like a 12-week program or something like that, do that a couple of times and then get a feel for it. And what we actually do with group coaching to create consistent income, if you do a 12-week program, is you launch one every 6 weeks. So there's always 2 running. So that way you've still got consistent income coming through, if that makes sense. So I suggest launching a cohort, meaning a group program. Aim for about 10 or 15 people in your first group. That's a pretty good number. You don't want to overstretch yourself and let people down. And then you can still give them quality. And then once you've done a couple of cohorts, if you want to launch an evergreen ongoing, go for it. But it's just a bit more forgiving if you have a cohort that has an end date and you fuck up, right? So I suggest doing the cohort thing and doing a couple of those and then get a feel for it and decide what you want to do from there. Look, I've tried for 2 years to learn all the different steps of social media. See, that's the problem. You don't want to learn, you want to implement. Yeah. It's not about learning, it's about implementation. That's why you guys need VAs, right? Because there's so many moving parts online. Yeah. Any questions? Love this, so much value. Mistakes is much noticeable. Yes. Love one-on-one. Yeah, one-on-one's your bread and butter. You want to have one-on-one because it's like comparing boot camp in fitness to one-on-one. Which one's going to get greater results for the client? One-on-one is more personalized. But boot camp's more fun and communal. They both have a place. But also, if you have both offers, you have 2 offers and have an A or B offer, and you're going to increase your conversion rates as well. Again, there's many ways to do this. I'm just showing you the fastest way. I'm showing you the fastest way to 20,000 participants. I challenge anyone in the world, even the guys in States, to show me a faster, more sustainable way. Tested this thousands and thousands of times. Yeah. Step 7. Okay. We've got one group launching. We're book solid one-on-one. We've got a VA on board. We're getting some traction. We're getting some visibility. We've got some money coming through. Here we want to launch some bigger events. So we want to launch our first online challenge, which is a much bigger event. I'm a huge fan of events because what you've got to recognize about events like this, a webinar, a masterclass, a challenge, these kind of events are an appointment. Not only they're an appointment where you can sell at the end of it to a group and get bulk sales, but you can also get leads. I think we had 112 people register for this webinar, 112 leads. Let's say half of you guys are clients and whatnot, it's 40 or 50 leads. And I will sell something in a moment to a couple of you. I'm very transparent about that. Now, the other cool thing is that you actually I get to spend time with you guys. So, imagine Roz, that somebody comes through your Facebook, they're watching your content, your reels and your videos, they download a free offer like a playbook or something, and then they attend an event. And then, Roz, you get on a sales call in person. What's your conversion rate going to be, guys? Incredibly high. People have 3 questions online, main questions anyway. 1, can they trust you? 2, do you care? And 3, can you help me? Can you help me? And the best way to prove to people you can help them is by, surprise, actually helping them without actually asking for money. Yeah, to actually help, I'm giving you strategy, I'm giving you resources, I'm helping you guys. Whether you pay me or not, I want to see you win. Makes no difference to me if you become a client or not. I still make the same amount of money. My income doesn't go up as the business makes more money. I'm on a salary. My official role is COO. I'm on a salary in the company. Our business can make 4 times the amount of money. My income will still be the same. It makes no difference to me. But it makes all the difference in the world to you, right? So workshops are pretty much like they're an extended webinar. So what's the difference between like a short training like this and like a workshop goes for like 3 hours? It's mainly perceived value. There'll be a lot more perceived value in the workshops. Post-COVID, the longer workshops seem to work better than the shorter webinars, which is really interesting because before it was the other way around. So we actually get more people to our workshops. We've got one this weekend, actually. Talk about Daryl, good to see you here. Nikki, good to see you here. Yeah. And now we've got some bigger events happening. We've got our event campaign. So we got our event campaigns going. You know, we've got webinars and workshops and challenges, and we're building a community, a tribe, a thriving, raving fans. Okay. Step 8 is we're book solid with one-on-one clients. We're our first group's, you know, into it. We launch our second group. And once you launch your second group, if you're book solid with one-on-one clients, 10 to 15 clients, and you have 2 groups running, even if you're only charging $100 a week, you'll be making more than $20,000 a month, even only on $100 per week. Even if you're only charging each person $5,000 a year, you'd be on more than $20,000. Now, you only need about 40 clients in total. For most of you, some will be less, some will be more. That's it. That's not a lot. Yeah. You know, 40 or so clients for most, somewhere between 30 and 40 clients for most of you. Yeah. Between one-on-one and group will give you $20,000 a month. It's not that easy, but it's that simple. Yeah. You just got to have the roadmap in place. Now, step 9 is your book solid. You don't want to stay. Who wants to get so busy? You don't want to get any busier and then stay stuck there. That's a terrible place to stay. You'll burn out. Trust me, I did that. I burnt out several times. It took me a couple of goes to work it out. I'm no better than anyone else on this call. I've just made a lot more mistakes than most of you. I'm not afraid to make mistakes. I don't have a problem with pain. I like making mistakes. It's how we learn. I'm not afraid to fail. I like failing because we learn from failure. As I say in NLP, there is no failure, only feedback. But that's a great reframe. But the truth is we do fail. You know, we've had failed businesses. We have failed relationships. We have, etc. But it is a great reframe to go, well, I didn't fail. And I've got feedback. There is a lesson in it. We heed that lesson, and that leads to wisdom. Yeah. So step 9 is you want to hire a coach who also sells. So we have the marketing funnel. The key to scaling a business is understanding we have attention, leads, appointments, clients. Okay. So we gain attention, we generate leads, we book appointments, they show up, we get new clients, so sales, and then we retain them. These 5 parts of the marketing funnel, when we hire a team in each of those levels with SOPs in place, that's when you can scale a business that can work without you. So you want to have, if you're a business coach, you want to have a business coach. If you're a fitness coach, you want to have a fitness coach. If you're a healer or therapist, you want to have a healer or therapist. If you have a digital agency, you want somebody who can do the done-for-you service. And they will also sell in the beginning. Because what you can then do is you can have your social, you can do the content in the events like I'm doing now. Your appointments, so they can book in the appointment with them. They can sell them and then service that person, and you're removed from the process. And you can build a team accordingly. The bigger the team gets, you can separate that. So we have Ray, my ray of sunshine, if you're still here. And we have Suze. They are growth consultants. Let's be honest, they're our sales team, and they just sell. And then we have business coach. We got Lisa, Terry, Michael, and Julie, 3 of the guys on this call. Incredible, phenomenal, world-class international business coaches. We simply send them clients. Which is cool. So we can separate it more as we go out. But you want to hire a coach that also sells and hire a second VA and set up, because this will create more freedom and leverage, and you do not want to stay, because a lot of you will get book solid. Be like, oh man, I'm working so long, and then you'll stay there and you'll burn out. So most coaches, consultants, and agency owners either are struggling financially or they're book solid and they're burning out. They're not taking that third step and building team to create freedom. Again, I understand most of us love what we do. I don't want a business that does work without me at this stage, but I do want one that can work without me. I want to be able to go to Bali like I did last week and have a couple of days on the beach sipping cocktails with no stress and no worries. How would you like to be able to go to Hawaii for a week, come back, and your business is making more money than ever? You want to set that up. Everybody wants to set that up down the track, right? And step 10, my favorite, now. 20,000 a month, we create your plan to build 100K months. And that is when the fun begins, because guys, 20,000 a month is the real beginning. That is not the ultimate goal. It is your next step. It's your next step. You learn more by losing than winning, 100%. Yeah, humility is a powerful teacher. Failure, as Yoda said, is a powerful teacher. Humility is a powerful teacher as well. That's the 10 checkpoints. So business coaches, these are the checkpoints we use in the business coaching program. Business coaching clients, not yet making 20,000. This is the checkpoints we'll take you through, whether you're in a group program or a one-on-one program. you're a VA client hiring a VA through us, hopefully you've got something from that. And if you're not a coaching client yet, hopefully you've got some lessons from that as well. Now, before anybody goes, a couple of quick things to continue to add value to you and serve you and empower you. We have another couple of events coming up, and I want to also offer just two people a ridiculous offer as we wrap this up. Actually, before we do, what's everybody's biggest takeaway today? As I keep doing these, I like to gather information so I can refine them and give you better quality value. What's everyone's biggest takeaway, or what's the one step that you realize that's missing for you, or what's the missing link in the chain for you, or what's the one thing to say that's an aha moment, like, I haven't launched properly, or I haven't refined my sales SOPs, or man, I really do need a VA, or hold on, be accountable always, every day, no matter how you feel, be accountable. Set up SOPs. Everyone's biggest takeaway. Act as if it's impossible not to achieve your goal. Yeah, I love that for sure. The only way you can truly fail is to quit. Struggling with appointments, that's what you learnt. Takeaway, getting to the grind and work first, then move out. Yeah, book yourself solid, yeah. Roz, hiring a VA, Aldwin, less is more. Yeah, it's called ephemeralization, ephemeral, EPH. Less is more. You're trying to do too much. And Aldwin, you're like I am. We're visionaries. We're big picture thinkers. We think through multi-ordinality. We need to take a step back and just focus on the next step. I've got so much going on. It's freaking crazy. I've got 3 books alone being published in the next 6 months. That doesn't include everything. I've got 2 businesses launching. We have a lot going on. And I just have my Google hacked with 1,100 videos gone. I have to do 72 videos in the next 2 weeks. I just focus on the next thing. What's the one thing I'm going to do today? What's the next thing this week? That's how you remove that overwhelm. I have a discovery call to Hostess to reframe my money mindset. More firepower needed. Don't chase 3 rabbits. Focus on 1 rabbit. Yep. Cool. Jason loved the 10 steps. Louisa, teamwork. It makes dream work. Yep. Cool. All right. So here's a couple of things we're going to do to continue to serve you. Number 1, tomorrow, who would like to be able to forge an iron mind as an entrepreneur? One of the biggest skills you can master as an online coach, consultant, agency owner is dissociating emotionally to what other people say and do. Who finds it a little frustrating when you book an appointment and they stand you up? Who gets a little bit annoyed when people cancel last minute? Who gets disappointed when you spend an hour on a sales call and they say no? Who gets pissed off when somebody says yes, signs the paperwork, and quits a day later? You've got to stop all that shit. It's called what I call entrepreneurial stoicism. You've got to have thick rhino skin. You've got to forge an iron mind as an entrepreneur and stop letting what other people say and do determine how you think and feel. It makes no difference to me if you show up or not. It makes no difference to me if you sign up or not. It makes no difference to me if you quit or not. I want people to quit in my programs every day. I want a business with thousands of clients that has so many people, we get quitters every day. I'm not focused on the scarcity. I'm focused on the abundance. Yep. Book or don't book. Show up or don't show up. Sign up or don't sign up. Quit or not. It makes a difference to me. Makes all the difference in the world to you. We've got plenty going on. More than enough people that want to be involved in what we're doing, and plenty of people to help. So tomorrow, international trainer of neuro-linguistic programming and myself, and Julie Thompson and myself, we're doing a free training tomorrow on how to forge an iron mind and to dissociate emotionally from all that stuff. Who would like to get better at dissociating emotionally from all that stuff? Would you guys like that? Tomorrow, Julie and I are doing a free training on how to do that. It's going to be the same time tomorrow. I'm going to post the link to the training in the Zoom chat now if you want to register for that. Same time tomorrow, free training, Julie and I. It won't just be me talking for an hour and intense. It'll be about 20 minutes each for both of us. Okay. And we're also going to talk about, Julie's going to talk about some powerful NLP strategies to begin to do that, neuro-linguistic programming. If you want to join us, I posted a link to register in the Zoom chat. I'll post a link in the Facebook chat later. If you're watching on YouTube, it would have passed. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll find the replay on my YouTube somewhere anyway. You can just search that. The other event we're doing this week, so that's for the inner game this week. For the outer game this week, on Saturday, I'm doing, for the first time in over a year, the online sales and closing masterclass. Who would like to be able to double or even triple their conversion rates? Would you like to be able to do that? This weekend, we're doing the free 3-hour live online sales and closing masterclass where I share with you my best advanced sales and closing strategies, how to prime your mind in the psychology of sales. how to sell one-on-one coaching, how to sell group coaching, how to sell masterminds, how to sell on a webinar like this, sales funnels, how to overcome any objection, how to always get a yes, and more. Okay, this is compulsory training for all of our business coaching clients, business coaches, and sales team. And I know Julie's seen this training once before. I haven't done this training in over a year, this one. It's one of the best trainings that we do. Probably sounds like I say that about all our trainings, but it really is phenomenal. What I do best and what we do best is sales. We're great at appointment setting, we're great at marketing, great at building teams, but what we do best is sell, 100%, right? So who would like to join us on that training on the weekend? Free training. If you can't make it live, register. If you can't make any of these events live, register and we'll email you the replay, right? So if you'd like to join us, I'll post the link in the Zoom chat. I'll post the link in the Facebook later. But they're free events this week. We do these free events to serve you. Now, if you want to be successful, you're going to make a decision to go all in and be a what? You're going to be a cannonballer. Cannonballer. Be a baller. Cannonballer. Can hyphenate it. Is show up. 80% of success is showing up. Again, makes no difference to me if you show up or not. And who agrees these kind of events are so much more powerful and impactful if you show up? Would you guys agree? Yeah. Everything is selling. So you're either selling or being sold to. Yeah. Spend enough time with me. I'll instill so much belief in you. You'll feel infallible. We at Quantum, we legitimately feel like we cannot fail. We're infallible because we feel like we're touched by divinity and the hand of God, that we are driven by mission and purpose and we cannot fail. It's not denial. Yeah, it's just that we have so much faith and belief in what we do. If you spend enough time with me, us, the people we have in our community, you'll form that unwavering belief yourself, won't you, Julie? One last thing. Who would like it if I was to personally work with you and take you through those 10 checkpoints? Who would like it if I was to personally work with you and take you through those checkpoints and show you the exact how-to? For me to help you refine your sales, to help you set up the scripts, to help you launch or relaunch, to help you launch your attraction marketing, to help you launch your challenges, to help you set up. Who would like it if I was to personally do that with you? Yeah. What if I said that you could spend an hour with me over 4 months each week for 66 USD per week or 99 Aussie per week, and to move you through the checkpoints? Would you say it's worth it? So in November, we have a program called the 20K a month group coaching program. We have a one-on-one version and a group version. But our next cohort for our group coaching program is launching in November, Thursday, November 26th, our next group. So, and in that group, it's going to be at this time. So it's 8 a.m. every Friday 26th. It's a 16-week group coaching program. We cut it off at 25 people. We book it solid every time. This will be our 4th cohort this year. Okay, and in that program, we move you through those 10 checkpoints. In fact, I've got my website here. So the next one, starts Thursday, November 26th, and it goes for an hour each week. Here is an outline of what we go through. So it's a 16-week group program. We get an hour each week. Okay, so in there, you'll have access to an inner circle. We'll connect you with a running buddy. We've got a new portal and business course launching. We've got access to that. And so what we do is we do this together. We create your success blueprint. We refine your sales SOPs. I help you with your launch process. I help you optimize your social media. We create your social media content planner and your events campaigns. I help you set up your 5 offers and funnels. We set up your business and financial SOPs. And then I'll help you launch your group coaching. Who would like me to personally help you launch your group coaching? Now, it won't just be me doing this. We'll also have Terry and Lisa, 2 of our international business coaches. They'll be assistant coaches. You'll have not 1, not 2, but 3 coaches taking you through the program. So this program, some of you guys are in this program. So this program, this is what you get. Is normally, it's valued at $13,000. But we're doing you guys are the first to hear this, by the way. I'm only announcing. This is like the launch or the pre-launch of our next group. So we're doing a 50% off early bird special for today for the first 2 people to private message me on Facebook. Normally up front, it'd be $397 Aussie, or you could do a payment plan of $199 a week over 24 payments. So for today, for the first 2 people to private message me on Facebook, we're going to give you a 50% off early bird, okay? Where you can get it for just 1 payment Aussie of $19.97. An hour, 16 hours, 1 hour a week with myself, Kerry and Lisa, everything in the program, complete online portal, everything you need to be successful, right? If you take action. Okay. So the first two people to private message me, either you're single or easy. Okay, you got two options. You can do a single payment in 1997 upfront, paid for, no other hidden fees. Or if you don't have access to 1997 right now and you're really ready to step up, you're ready to be accountable, you're ready to build 20,000 a month, for just 99 Aussie, you can do the easy. If you can't afford $99 Aussie per week and you're not yet a coaching client, that's a problem. I've just showed you the solution. If not this, then what? If not now, then when? You do for the next 6 months what you did the last 6 months, what's your business life going to look like in 6 months from now? Exactly the same. How are you going to feel if in 6 months' time you're exactly where you are right now? How would you feel about that? Yeah. We'll help you with the VA stuff. By the way, if you're hiring a VA through us, your VAs will join these sessions. In fact, we pay the VA to join the session on your behalf as well. So this is a crazy price. It's not even an irresistible offer. It's a ridiculous offer. So simply be one of the first two people to private message me right now on Facebook and DM me, I'm single, to get out of the way and pay up front in 1997. That's about 1600 USD up front. Or Jason, I'm easy, and you can get it for 66 USD per week or 99 per week. Okay, so simply be one of the first two people to private message me now. I'm single or easy, and we'll plug into that next cohort, and we'll set that up. We'll give you access to everything as well. So, but act now. First two people only private message me, single or easy. Plug into the next cohort, and we'll give you access to everything. Get the ball rolling on that. Looking forward to working with some of you guys on that. Before you go, I just want to take a moment to say thank you, everybody, for your time. For those who are on the Zoom, I really hope that gives you a bit more clarity and direction. I hope that builds some belief. Remember that you are powerful beyond measure and that you have an infinite reservoir of pure potential. If you have the courage to step into your light and unleash it upon the world, you can be, do, have, achieved anything. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, including that dumb ass voice in your head. Tell that voice to shut the F up, sit the F down, you got this. Stop playing small, start thinking larger. People are missing out because you're hiding in the dark and not letting yourself be seen and step into your full potential. So I hope to see you guys on the free training tomorrow with Julie and I on how to forge an iron mind. If you're ready to do that, I'll see you then. And also in the sales training this weekend. First two people to private message me now, you're single or easy. I get a lot of messages saying they're single, but anyway, that's another chat. Everyone, thank you for your time. Have an amazing day, and I'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you, guys.